Hello.
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 How's everybody doing?
Doig, where am I?
Where are you?
I don't know. I can't seem to appear back in my chat. Oh, there I am.
There you are.
Oh, am I using the wrong controller?
You might be using the wrong controller.
What happening? What happening? Where is my controller? Where did it go?
It seems to be under your chair.
Under my chair?
Yeah. Follow this lead. There we go.
Found it. I found it. All is well. Good morning.
Chat is invisible on stream.
Happy Community Day. There it is.
There we go.
There you are. I want to see everyone's stuff, says IronOhki. Me too. Me too.
So, upon waking today, discovered that a couple of people's submissions didn't end up in the Google form. So, if you've submitted and you don't see your stuff, just give a yell out to Martina or someone.
What happened?
I'm not sure.
Thank you so much for the subscription, Lovesick. And also Doopus, thank you guys so much.
And we'll try and accommodate it. But we got like 26, 27 submissions. So
yeah,
that's more than we got last month. So we should have got. It should have worked.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. I don't know why. For some reason, just a few people didn't go through.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Martina can send a pic of so you don't all shout like I submitted. Martina can send a pic of the list that we do have, and yeah, and Swifty's just gonna.
Yeah, here's the list is in chat right now. You can check it out and see if you're on there. And if you're not on there, then tag us and say.
Yeah, look at this yourself. And I'm gonna. I had a little bit of issue with Sync Sketch last night, so I couldn't order things as ever. So I will be doing that while Swifty gives you all the charm and attention that you all deserve.
All the charm and attention.
All the charm.
You guys wouldn't believe how much has happened since yesterday when we were hanging out and playing Sonic Murder Mystery Party. Really nothing has happened between then and now.
I mean, we watched some cool stuff.
Did we? Oh yeah, we did. We've been watching, or rather listening to and watching Never After from Dimension 20. Which is awesome because Doig now has like an actual computer monitor that I can use to look at the stream. It's not on an old TV anymore. We used to have it on an old TV and then it broke. So I had to spend weeks looking at the stream by looking over Doig's shoulder while we were streaming, which was really hard. Yeah.
How's it feeling?
It's really nice, but Doig bought an actual monitor, so now we have one in between us that we can use to look at stuff. And we're watching on that, and it's been really good. We're on the final episode, so I'm really excited. We're on the finale.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dimension 20 is so good. Happy says, wait, Sonic fucking died? He just stopped doing that. Agreed. But don't worry, we're going to avenge him. We're going to find who did it. Jessica says, where do the announcements for this happen? I'm not too active. Mainly on our Twitter is when we put the forms and say everything's open and everything. So if you keep an eye on our Twitter, then you'll be able to see when Community Day stuff happens and when Anna Morning stuff happens. Farty, you watched Fantasy High twice. This is the first series that Mike's watching, really.
Mm-hmm.
I really want him to also watch Crown of Candy with me.
I started watching that with you and it was good.
Yeah, I showed him the first episode of Crown of Candy, but we didn't keep watching it. But I think he'd really like Crown of Candy. Fantasy High is also really good. Fantasy High is the first one I watched. But I feel like Crown of Candy is more like Doig's flavour, so... Weave says, plus there's a Crown of Candy prequel going on right now. Yeah, I watched the first episode of that and it was really good. And Matt Mercer's DMing that one. Brennan's playing. Yeah. I shouldn't expect too many responses from Mike since he is currently busy reordering things.
I'm busy reordering things.
Ah. Well, Ed is everywhere. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Weave. Thank you. Wow. Amphi says, I've just been a puddle watching Games Done Quick. Good none thoughts time. Oh, hey. Isn't Bath gonna be on Games Done Quick? I don't want to miss that. Does anyone know when that's gonna be? Tomorrow! I'm really happy that I asked today. Imagine if I asked you guys like the day after tomorrow or something. It was too late. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Eddies Everywhere, for leaking the schedule. That's so cool! They're gonna rock it! They're gonna rock it so hard! It's gonna be great! Thank you very much for the follow, Tweebun.
Another humble reminder that if you're submitted for Community Day, can you please number them and don't call them all different names?
It makes it harder for Doig to reorder them.
Yeah.
Which he has to do manually every time. Yeah, Weeb, now you can have the worm. Get a sub, use the worm.
Maybe not call it something like Untitled80_20230526215023.
It sounds like you're calling out someone specific there. IronOhki says, for what it's worth, mine can be in any order.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. It doesn't. It's less the order. It's more that your stuff was spread across everywhere, Mr. IronOhki. But I seem to have 1, 2, 5 of yours now, so we're good.
Beazelball, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Libra Heart. Congratulations, Libra Heart. Now you too have access to Worm. Yeah.
Maybe I should make this more of an on-stream game and people can be like, there's that person's, and then we can reorder it together.
Maybe. Sharing the pain. Hey, Alistair, good morning. How you doing? I guess it's like afternoonish to you. Oh, Lady V, you're here too. Hello. How's it going? Amphi says, hey Swift, when are you being model swapped with Kiryu and Yakuza 0 so you can throw men into utility poles? Oh my gosh, I wish, right? There are so many games I'd want to mod myself or Doig into, but I just don't know how to do it. With Yakuza it'd be extra funny because the proportions are so different. Obviously the ideal...
That would be very terrifying. It'd be like a mascot costume.
Well, the ideal would be that I would just be the size I am, which is like 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
But the reality would probably be I'd either need to be stretched or scaled up. Or you could just put my head on top of Kiryu's body. Which would also be pretty good. Just have a normal proportion dude's body and then just my head on top. Pilkey says, ask Ben. I don't know if Ben would know how to mod things into games. He may be a game dev, but I don't know if he's ever done any modding before. Yeah, mod Swift into any Sonic game. Wouldn't that be amazing? Imagine modding me into like Sonic Generations or something. I was looking into modding us into Wind Waker for a bit, but it was so complicated, the process, that I kind of gave up. Oh, Renee, you're not on the list, but you did send something in. You can resend it now. I'm sorry for the pain. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience of having to resend it in. I don't know what happened.
I'm not sure. We can maybe look into doing something that's not Google Forms. I don't know why it didn't.
Kieran says you say 2.5 feet, but we all know that the gift presents are bigger than the default Blender cube, which is 1 meter squared. You're probably closer to 2 meters. Is that bigger or smaller than 2 feet? Is that bigger or smaller than 2 feet?
2.5 meters is bigger than 2. Oh, no man.
I think when Doig and I were like, how big do you imagine our characters being? Doig's estimation was very much like 2.5 feet. Actually, it was even smaller than that.
Yeah.
Doig's estimation was about 1.5 feet.
Tiny.
That's over 6 feet with just huge mascot costumes. Hi, little man. Squeaky boy. Hello. Has rigging and skin weights got better in Blender? I have no clue, honestly. I've never done either.
Probably. Is my response to that.
Since when? It's the question, I think. Large burb.
Okay, we got Frenchie Animinis.
I'm amazed that the cube in Blender has an actual size.
And then NK, then IronOhki.
I didn't know that it was like, oh, this thing is this size, by the way. Come on!
Okay, so everyone remember that we need AreWeebThereYet, and then I'll keep going.
Everyone remember AreWeebThereYet? Okay.
Yeah, because I can't see their submission, but they should go after Lovesick.
Okay. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's week so far? Welcome to Wednesday.
Alright, we're on to BenryPaints.
We're officially in midweek. And welcome to the last day of May. You're good in Zelda-ing. Hello, Eric says, yeah, Blender Cube is huge. I had no clue. I was like, surely this cube could be any size. Martina says, working hard in the Anna Morning Challenge storyboard. Ah, that's so cool. I'm so excited to see what you guys submit. ShadowZiggy says, I'm currently at work but on break watching. Frenchie says, I'll be starting training at my new part-time job. Oh, congratulations, Frenchie. I hope it's good. Dreadbard says, we're mostly okay. Yeah. Fatiati says, doing pretty alright. Recovering my wrist, but my Pokemon designs have been blowing up on Twitter. They have? That's so cool. Did you submit any for the day, the community day, that we can see? Lady Vignette says, doing good, eating lunch, looking at these little guys on the screen. Which little guys? Where are they? Kieran says, I'm dedicating this week to do some house cleaning and prep for a housewarming party this weekend. Oh, that's so cool. How are you settling in? Cat in the background is going running around. What is this cursed thing that you have sent in? What is this cursed thing? Oops. That's a different cursed thing. That's Doig. Why so swole? Kieran, so swole. I've always wanted to be a swole bird, and now my dreams have come true. Buff burb. That's what happens. That's what happens when I get strong. Just gonna pop this here. There we are. Now you can all see it. Perfect. That's gonna be what I'm like if I get put on Kiri's body. Just a wide bird. Swiftless aspirants and weights. Heck yeah. Lady Vignette, I still need to watch the ending of your Undertale playthrough. What I was really enjoying watching you go through it. And I'm excited to see what you think of the end. So I gotta watch your VOD. I hope it's still there, actually. I hope I haven't missed it. Do 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 do.
You're doing great, India.
Oh, thanks, Doig. That was sweet. You highlighted it. Oh, fantastic! Thank you very much, Lavinia. I'm glad you did. Just for people like me who are coming in late but still want to see it. Anyone doing anything cool this weekend? I can't believe it's only a few weeks to Annecy. I'm real excited. Whoa! Whoa! Tom Thinks! Thank you so much for the raid! Hey! Welcome!
Yo!
Welcome, everybody! Wow! Thanks so much for coming in! How was your stream? Thank you for the follow. Ahoy there! Ahoy! How's it going? What were you up to? Get 'em, Crab Squad! Asking people what they're up to this weekend. Kimmy says we're having a barbecue. That's awesome. IronOhki says I met that guy. He's a cool person. What? You met Tom Thinks? Or am I misinterpreting? It was nostalgic. Were you looking at old work or something? Bring in the dancing lobsters. Alright, let me get them. I regret to inform you that the dancing lobsters have all escaped. However, I can give you a dancing Swiftie. I can provide this. Get on the table. Like any good person at a bar. There you go. Yeah, the dancing lobsters are loose, unfortunately. But hey, you know, maybe they'll land on someone down there. On the land. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Thank you so much for the gifted subs. CJTV, thank you so much. Wow! Wow! That's so generous. Thanks a million. Thank you for the follows as well. We really appreciate it. Yeah, who the fuck unlatched your lobster cage? I don't know. I think it was Sabotage. That guy, probably. I don't trust him. Who's going to break the overlay today? Oh, it's anybody's guess. It could be either of us, or it could be any of you. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, you were doing old childhood videos and random cartoon skits. That sounds so fun. Well, you've come in at a very special day for us. Because as you can see at the bottom, this is Community Day. Thank you guys so much for the follows. Yeah, so on Community Day, everyone in the community can submit stuff they've been doing this month. And we basically just look at it and we yell about how cool it is. And we get to kind of share what everyone's been up to. So yeah. Doig is just getting it all sorted out on the form. And then we'll be looking through everybody's stuff and checking out what people have been doing.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite parts of the month. Very cool. Because the whole community is so awesome. Like, everyone's doing such awesome stuff. Hey, Martina. I'm scared. Martina's haunting me with the hammer out. I don't know what I've done. No breaking overlay community day. Yeah. No, don't do it. Don't break his today.
I don't know who this is. There's someone who's like submitted it as one name, but probably asked to be known as another, and I can't tell.
You can't find their work.
I can't find. Yeah. Let me see.
Pilkey says, I'm glad you two both started this. It's such a fun day on stream. Thanks, Pilkey. I'm glad we did too. It's really nice to be able to have a day where we just celebrate you guys. And make it about you instead of about what we're up to.
I think it's Weeb.
It's like the ultimate Twitter feed where it's just cool art. CJ says it's always about us. I mean, yeah, obviously, secretly. It's all about you. It's all about you, baby. You guys remember that band? What were they called? Do you remember? They were like, yesterday I asked you something I thought you knew. So I told you with a smile, it's all about you.
I don't. I think that feels vaguely familiar, but.
McFly! That's it, McFly!
Oh God.
You guys remember McFly? And Busted? You guys remember Busted? Was this only a UK thing? Or did you guys also have McFly and Busted? Memories unlocked. Answer says Marty? Different McFly, Ulster. Different McFly. So many boy bands. Yeah, sadly they didn't last. Yeah, they weren't I don't think they were that great, but you know. I can't even remember what Busted did. Were they the ones who were like da 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 to the year 3000 something something all live underwater? Was that them? I forget what Busted did. Did you guys get those in the States as well, or was it only in England? Doopus says, I think mine is literally lighthouse _ concept _ finish _ 2 because I forgot to rename it. So that's Doopus, if you're looking.
Is what?
Lighthouse / concept / finish / 2.
Okay.
Except replace the slashes with underscores.
Lighthouse.
You know what I did like
Okay,
though?
got it.
This is an old band I used to like. I don't know if people in America like the same bands or get the same bands as we do in the UK, but there was this great one called Bewitched. They were really good. Do you guys remember Bewitched? Blame it on the weatherman.
Okay, I think I've got everything ordered.
And they did that great one. Hold on, Doig, this is really important. Hey, Doig, sitting in your tree, throw down your ladder, make some room for me. Do you remember that one?
No.
Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do what I don't, say you're true, say to me. Say lovey. I remember that one. They were good. Hey, hey! Bewitched! Bewitched! They were so good. Yeah, it was B * witched. Fardian says, oh my god, I do know it. I do know it! What else did they do that's well known? I can't remember.
I do not remember.
Give me S Club 7 or Steps any day. Oh man.
I was too busy, like, either watching MTV or just listening to my dad's old albums.
S Club. There ain't no party like an S Club party. Woo!
That one did make it through though. Hey, I'm here.
And Steps were the ones, but were they the ones who were like, I'll be there every day, waiting for your love to show, 'cause it's true what they say, yeah, it's better the devil you know. They used to play them in the lunch hall for us in primary school. They were like, don't eat without listening to Steps.
The S Club 7 TV show was the first metaverse.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that the S Club TV show happened. And then they all retired at like 20.
Did you
and
see
there was
this?
S Club Kids.
No, did you see the sequel?
No.
Teletubbies.
That wasn't the sequel. Though.
Yeah, it was.
I hated Teletubbies.
That was the natural evolution. Uh-oh.
It freaked me out so much.
I've seen an aerial view of the Teletubby set It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, it looks freaky. It's like AstroTurf and green screen.
There's no green screen. The way that they shot it was that they always shot from a low perspective, so it is just like man-made round hills
and then sky
with trees. Yeah,
Maybe
and you
that's
just
part of what made it so freaky, that they always shot from a low angle.
yeah, they were always shot from below, so you couldn't see past a certain point.
Also says I kept confusing S Club 7 and 700 Club as a kid, and the latter was some weird religious TV programming. I was gonna say I've never heard of 700 Club.
Oh, speaking of religious programming, we were out in the park and this guy came up to us and he was like, "Would you like a leaflet?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Take my Jesus leaflet.
and then he was like, "It's about God." Like that was like it's like a couple of opt-out parts was like,
are you sure you want it?
like,
oh
yeah,
God.
the kind of the hesitation is like, "Would you like a leaflet?" "Oh yeah, sure. It's about God." Like, am I meant to say no now?
Yeah. Oh, never mind then.
But I get, yeah. But I took it.
Yeah,
And
we took it to be nice.
I've never read something that made Christianity seem more like a cult than that leaflet.
Yeah. It wasn't the best written leaflet. I just wanted to read my book.
It mentioned that Jesus died for my sins 5 to 6 times, and it was not a big leaflet. So
It's like their catchphrase at the end of a leaflet. They got to put at the end of every sentence.
yeah, I could summarize the leaflet as Jesus died for your sins, so submit to believing. Just do it.
Listen, you owe him.
Yeah.
You owe him.
It was the casually veiled guilt trip. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, so I read the whole thing.
It wasn't a great leaflet.
I read the whole thing though.
They should get themselves a new better leaflet.
Yeah.
Or Shazam.
Something more appealing. Send it back to marketing.
Yeah. Well, you did it, Doig. You reordered everything.
I think so. If there's anything out of order.
Look at all these amazing subs. Thank you guys so much for all the support. We really appreciate it.
Yes, more.
It's really kind of you. Thank you.
I made you laugh.
You did. You did. Thank you so much for all the gifted subs. We really appreciate it. You guys are great.
I'll spend it on more cool stuff for the stream.
You sure will.
That's
He's
my
always
plan.
been doing such cool stuff. I wish we could show you, but we can't.
Well,
That'll be a surprise.
I got it. Well, the monitor you mentioned was funded by you guys.
Yeah. The monitor and the sound system. So now we can hear things and see things, which is really nice.
Yeah, I've been using speakers that were gifted to me by a friend.
Hand-me-downs, everything.
2012. The monitor we were looking at, I got when I was in my 3rd year of uni.
Mm-hmm.
For my first desktop PC that I bought for myself.
Yeah.
Way back when.
And the monitor I'm using, I think, is...
I got that from my work for $20 when we were all made redundant.
Yeah, it's one which is a hand-me-down from Mike that I have. It's not very good, but, you know, it's okay. It's fine. It doesn't need to do 1920 by 1080 properly. It's fine.
Oh yeah, the other monitor would only do 1400 by 900.
Yeah. But anyway, now we have a proper monitor thanks to you guys, and a sound system.
4K.
Which is amazing.
4K.
Now I can see the stream again, and I can hear the music, and it's great.
I'm hooking up the consoles to it, and that's our new gaming monitor too.
Yeah. And it's also been really nice to listen to Never After on like a proper monitor and sound system.
Yeah, that's been good.
CJ says, which monitor did you get?
Oh, don't ask.
Why?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because I don't want to be judged on my spur of the moment, that one will do decision making.
Don't worry. They won't judge you. Don't judge him. Don't judge him. It's a Philips one. I can see that.
CJ's like, he is afraid to be judged.
He's afraid to be judged.
Yeah, I got it. It's on sale.
Go on.
What?
Tell us what kind.
It's a Philips monitor.
Okay, I can see the box. It's a Philips E-line 27-inch. It says on the box, tout simplement stupéfiant.
It does.
Martina says, why, dude? Weeb says Philips. Oh, they're judging you so hard. How could you? Incredible.
What's
Thank you,
wrong with that?
They were joking, Doig, because you made such a big deal about it. Because you were like, they'll judge me.
I thought for a second that it was like, oh, Philips are against LGBT. Philips are taking the L's out of LGBT.
I mean, they probably are. I don't trust any big companies anymore. I think they're all nasty.
Wow.
At a certain point, you need a monitor, though, and you've got to buy it from someone.
They are, because they're all profit-driven. And
Yeah,
whenever you try and drive profits for a reasoning for behind things, you lose your humanity.
I think it's more just that they care more about making money than they do about any cause.
Lost.
And if they think that people will...
Philips are
People
turning
not
the
buy
frogs
it,
gay. Good.
they won't.
Oh, how they're happy. The gay frogs.
Oh, that's great.
Life will find a gay.
Nature will find a gay. Anyway. Now that we've told everyone about the cool new monitor that we have, which is beautiful and wonderful, and I love it. Thank you guys for helping us to afford it. Let's head over to Community Day and check out what everyone's been up to. It's time to celebrate you guys.
Okay.
Alistair says life will find a gay. It's me. Life did it. Fartiati says, I don't want to be found. You can't escape it, Fartiati.
Are you a frog, Artie
Life
Farty?
will find you.
Wait, I called him Farty. I called him Artie Farty. I'm going to call him Artie Farty from now on.
Wow, Doig, that's so mean.
Yeah. If I say it really fast, I get it right.
Listen, Doig.
Farty, Artie, Artie, Farty, Farty, Farty,
Doig,
Artie, Artie,
listen to
Farty,
me.
Farty, Artie, Farty, Farty, Farty.
I know
What?
that you missed out on the banter because you were busy doing the thing. But now that you finished doing it, we do need to go and look at what people have been up to.
No!
You can't just
banter!
You can't spend the next 20 minutes making up for the fact that you missed the banter, or we'll never get this stuff looked at. It's already 9:30.
All right, I'll banter during looking at it.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, shit. All right. Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
I have to do some work at some point today, Doig.
Okay. Here.
Here we are. Get out of here, Community Day. Go on, shoo. That's it. Get small. Go away with you. Ah! Ah!
You coming back?
Ah! The bees! The bees!
All right, I'll put it here.
Ah! Okay. I'm back.
Physical comedy.
Pick me up, please. Okay. I'll try. I try. Gotcha. Hallie, you've chosen a great time, little girl, to come in and just yell. Sparrow's here.
Did you give them food?
They've got tons of food.
Are you sure?
They've got so much food.
Did you check?
Yes.
Okay.
They have so much food. They're just not eating it because it's not wet food. You gotta deal with it. Eat your biscuits.
You won't get any meat if you don't eat your biscuits.
Eat your biscuits.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. It's
Yeah.
community time.
It's community
time! Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. I need the black thing.
Okay,
The screen's blocker. What's it? Where is it?
Okay,
I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, time already. Oh man, sounds like that would be very professional of us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. How long do you have today, Swifty?
I mean, I have as long as we need.
Okay.
But I would prefer it to not be forever.
All right. We're gonna try and be efficient about this. Share screen. Oh, let me just check something.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine if I show the other screen, even if accidentally. So let's just do whole screen, full screen. There we go.
Ooh! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at this already. This is so cool. Whose is this?
Frenchie Animinis.
Thank you for the follow. Whoa! And what did they say?
Do you want to handle doing what they say this time now?
Nah.
This time.
You got it over there already open.
I know, but you could have it open and read it, because since I'm doing everything else.
I mean, I will if you want me to.
I kind of want you to this time.
But you've got it right. You're looking at it right now.
I know. I'll send it to you.
You'll send it to me.
I'll send it to you. No? I'll read this one.
Okay. Oh, she fell over.
She fell over.
Oh, read it. Read it while I pet this cat.
Frenchie Animinis says, I've been getting back into drawing some original characters that are important to me. Here they are in some modern outfits. Hoping one day I can compile these into a mini zine as I make more of these in my free time.
That's so cool. They look great.
They look awesome.
Yeah, these look awesome. Is there a story attached to them? I'd love to see more about them. I definitely read a comic or anything with these guys. They look awesome. Can you do a little zoom, Doig?
I can do a good zoom.
Also, so styling. I wish I had half the fashion sense of these people. They're all so cute. Doig is also petting her. She really wants attention.
Too much attention.
Doig! Don't leave! I can't control the thing to look at the rest of the characters without you.
I'm back.
They're so cool. I think this one in the center right now is my favorite.
This one.
Yeah.
The scallywag energy.
Yeah, I like their vibes.
Oh, look at the boots.
Scallywag energy is a good shout.
Yeah.
They've got cool tights. They're all cat peoples.
Mm.
Oh, they look awesome. I hope you do something with them because I think they look really cool. Yeah, the expressions are really nice. The designs are really nice. The clothes are really nice. You've done a great job making their personalities shine through as well.
Yeah,
2
definitely.
cat people, 1 wolf, 1 humanish. Oh, awesome. I see.
So is this the humanish one?
Which one? I can't see your mouse anymore.
This one.
I was interpreting the humanish one as the one furthest to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Because they seem to have like the most normal ears.
Yes, yeah.
Whereas I think the one you were looking at has a wolf tail.
You're right. You're right.
I right.
I'm
right.
bad.
You bad. Sorry. I'm fine. Beautiful work. Thank you so much for showing it to us.
Gonna do something.
Sparrow's now crawling towards me across the floor like the Grudge. She's like laid on her back, pulling herself towards me with her arms only.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
this. This is cozy. I love the color in this one.
Yeah, I love the expressions as well. The posing is so nice. This is great. This is the same character, right? Because the one on the far left, this is them.
Yeah, I think so.
This is lovely. Comic, please.
Yeah, put these in a manga.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's saying the lighting is so soft and pretty. Yeah, there's a real softness and warmth to this, even though you can tell it's cold.
I think a lot of that is like, see here where you get this nice hard edge, but then it's glows in there. That's good.
The light is also very warm, isn't it? Like even the whites aren't pure white. I think they've got a slight yellow tint to them.
Yeah. That's color grading, baby.
Apart from maybe on the eyes. That's color grading, baby.
Yeah, which allows the some contrast there. Oh, it's good.
Very cute and very cool. I would really genuinely, I'd really love to read more about these characters. You've only shown me 2 images of them and I'm already interested in learning more.
I'm gonna click again.
Click again.
It's somebody else.
It's somebody else. Ah!
They're originally from a medieval setting, but you've kind of brought them forward into more contemporary.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. They work really well. They look great.
Do you have Frenchie, do you have a comic planned? Or is it a different kind of storytelling you want to do? Maybe like an illustrated novel or what's yeah. My neck is just broken. It's because I'm looking at the other screen.
Wow, I hadn't noticed.
I'll look at everything on this screen now then.
Okay. Keep breaking your own neck. Looks painful. Ah! All right, yeah, let's hop on to the next one.
Alrighty.
Beautiful work though. Really gorgeous. And if you guys want to follow Frenchie's work, then it should be up at the top of chat.
Whoops.
Choose an account.
1 second.
You okay there? Do you want an NDA for a second?
Yeah, I just want to close everything that I don't need.
That makes sense. Do 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 do. You make me feel brand new. This just in Doig and Albert. That would make so much sense. I was thinking a little bit about Doig's past.
My shady past.
Your shady past. And I think it's something which makes a lot of sense for Doig is that he's a forest spirit. He's hugely powerful, but also extremely lazy.
Thanks.
So he never really uses his power. He just sleeps inside this big tree all day.
Is this in part inspired by that thing we watched?
Nah, I felt like this since before we watched that. I think I taught you about this before we even watched that.
Yeah, you did. I just making conversation.
He's a deer bear, no? He's a something bear. I don't know exactly what.
All right.
I love Six says Sans. Oh my god, are you Sans?
Am I Sans? Who knows?
Papa Chirino, thank you so much for the follow.
Do you want to read these out today?
I mean, I'd rather you do it, but if you really, really want me to,
well,
then
maybe we can alternate. I got only so much screen real estate here.
Okay, send it to me. I'll read it.
Okay. Here you are. I sent it to you.
Okay, I got it. You make me feel brand new. Okay, so we're on to Kennedy now.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
So give me 1 sec.
She's trying to get inside the box at the back of the room. Stop trying to get in the box. You're such a troublemaker. Playtime is after the stream. Oh, she's in it. NK Arts, it's you. It's time. So let's see. Okay, this is already incredible, but let me try and give context. Okay. So, AK Art says, this is a video showing how I design and make patches. I take commissions where I take people's designs and turn them into patches, as well as original stuff available in my store. That's awesome! And I'm assuming that your store is available also through the link tree. That should be at the top of chat now. Everyone's saying, I want that patch. This is incredible.
This is great.
I will fucking kill you. What an incredible patch. And so apt for a goose as well. One Lad Company, limited supply, $15. What does it say at the top?
Helps injured birds.
Helps injured birds?
Yeah. Which is kind of, I think is the most, you need that to begin with, don't you? To make everything else even funnier.
Oh my gosh, where do I get those? So at the top of the chat right now, there's a link. And that should show you NK's store. As well as their other links, probably. So this is a video.
So
let's have a look.
Let's have a look at the video.
Epilepsy warning. All the footage is sped up, so if you're sensitive to flashing images, please look away. This is your warning.
Is there sound? Do we need sound for this?
I think assume there is.
Assume there is, okay.
Worst case scenario is that we just watch it in silence, which is also fine.
It's playing, I swear.
It's playing. It's happening. Here's the process. A portion of sales will go to OWL, a local organisation that helps rehabilitate injured birds in Canada. So this is the design.
I don't hear anything, so I'm going to play.
Okay. To order, go to the Google form on our website and say you want Evil Goose. I wish to request Evil Goose.
Ooh.
Oh, look at this. Whoa. That's so cool. This is a limited run, so only 30 are available. Oh
only 30?
It's
wow.
so good. Oh, it's great. It's great. Only 30. How big is it? That's a great question. It looks like regular patch size, so like... What would I say, like 10 centimeters by 7 centimeters or something?
Yeah, can you tell by the, is there any like hand?
Yeah, hands coming at the end, I think.
No, they don't.
NK says, I also sell pride patches starting at $5. NK also be able to tell us how big they are. It's so cool, okay? It's so cool. That's very good, Leaf People. I get it. You had me in stitches. Eh?
Ha 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 ha. Jelly belly laugh. Oh,
NK Art says about 10 by 6.5 centimeters. I was dead on. Look
Really?
At me. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at me in my estimation.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I know. That's my special power, is I can guess the dimensions of things.
Get them while they're hot, everybody.
Get them while they're goose. So cool. Thank you so much for showing us the process. That's awesome. And I hope everyone enjoys their goose patches. Go support birds.
Oh, I'm in the way of the link. 1 second.
There we are. Go support birds, and also NK Arts, an independent artist making cool patches. And it's also Canadian dollars. There you go. Is that a Canadian goose?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
I think we walked by a goose and someone was like, that's a Canadian goose. Do we have Canadian goose where we're at?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Canadian goose.
Canadian goose.
Yeah, because goose is white goose. But we don't have white goose. We have these goose.
We have some white gooses.
Do we have some white gooses?
The ones outside the store are gooses. The ones who come and muscle in and try and assert themselves over.
Are they gooses?
Yeah.
Ah, not Canada gooses.
White geese. All right. Shall we head on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's up next?
IronOhki.
Ooh.
And let me read out what they say. I needed a break from comics, so I've been drawing fairies. Whoa, cool. They're slightly related to my current comic project, but mostly I just wanted to draw something pretty and play with colour a bit. This is a fairy with a magnolia flower, a lily flower, a fairy cap mushroom, an ash tree, and a strawberry flower. Here we are, fairy designs. Oh, they're cute. I really like how you can still totally see your style in there, even though it's very different to what you normally draw. There's something very cool and graphic about the way you draw IronOhki. Like, for example, when you look at the leaves, like the way that they're arranged so that they kind of slot together almost like jigsaw pieces, but alternate. And the way that you've drawn them, where you have like the alternating shade and light on each side as well. There's something very like graphic design about that I really like.
Yeah. It's kind of like a muka.
Yeah.
In a way.
It is a little bit like a muka. It's kind of stained glassy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also really like the way you draw faces. You can tell that's an IronOhki face.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Shall we look at more?
Yeah. Let's keep going through.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so let's see. This one must be... Is that a strawberry flower?
Is it? I'm not sure.
I'm trying to work it out. I don't know flora very well.
Oh, you read out the list of them though? Okay.
That's strawberry. I thought so. They have the little white flowers, right?
I think so, yeah. Have you ever been strawberry picking?
Yeah, but it was when I was very young.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what things looked like. We used to go and pick strawberries and blackberries.
I'm being accosted by a kitty, one sec.
Yeah.
You gotta leave us alone. It's
She really wants to get belly pats though. She won't leave us alone. She keeps yelling at us and patting us with her paw and then falling over backwards with her belly in the air. We'll shut the door on you, we will.
Yeah, we'll do it. Don't make us do it.
We can coexist.
The flowers become the strawberries? No.
Really?
Really?
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool. Wait, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How so?
Because the strawberries always have that little stalk at the top of them. And the little, like, flower thing.
Oh, they do, don't they? Huh. Nature's weird. Like it.
Yeah, strawberry. Nature's
strawberry.
So this is a lily.
Lily.
That's cool. IronOhki said that they were trained as a graphic designer before they learned illustration after school.
Oh, you know, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, that's rad. I really like this one. I like their boots. I'm like, this is something that I could see myself wearing.
Do you like their scallywag energy?
I do, yeah. It's the scallywag energy again. It gets me.
Oh, you love drawing boots. Well, it shows.
You are one of the few artists who enjoys drawing shoes. That will take you far. The texture on the flower here is also really nice.
I really like that, yeah.
That looks like it's it looks like it's why is my brain dying? Coloured pencil over the top of pen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Don't do it, Sparrow. I can see you. I can see you. Okay, I'm gonna shut her out.
Well, can I see what she wants?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see. Just give me a sec.
You go see. I will look at the next one. Ooh. So this is like fairy cat mushrooms or something. You do kick. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they're like using it as an umbrella and then playing in the rain. That's really cool. I particularly like the texture of the wood here. That's really affecting. That's really cool. Like particularly here. Oh, you're getting a little bit pixelated, but yeah, is this like a felt tip or watercolor or something? Just layering these in is really cool. Been doing these Ghibli studies, and so now I'm just looking at like, oh, how have you created the feeling of like the wood texture? Copic markers. Okay. That's really neat. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I'll wait till Swifty gets back so she can see this one. Anything?
Okay, she just really wanted to play. She just really wants to play, that's all. She's just running around, yelling, bouncing off things, falling over, doing her thing, you know. So I've closed the door, which she's now scratching at, of course. Okay.
Yeah, so I find out that IronOhki's been using Copic markers, and I really like the texture of the wood grain down here.
Yeah, that's super awesome. Oh man, I love Copic markers.
Is it Copic?
I don't know. That's just what I say. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never heard it like, well, I've heard people say Copic and I've heard people say Copic, so I don't know.
And then I think there's one more.
These are so cool. What an awesome way to get yourself like refreshed a little bit.
Yeah,
Try something new.
Illustrating, but to kind of a theme, so you have a little kind of thing orbit, so that it's a collection of work. That's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. It all kind of ties in together. So this one, let's see, is this one the magnolia flower?
Yeah, it is.
That's right.
I can see the title of it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Kimitron says, getting a lovely old school game art vibe from these.
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
There's something almost like Dragon Questy about them.
That was some of the earliest art I remember doing was copying the illustrations from the Ocarina of Time illustration manual. I had this really good picture of Darunia, who's one of the Gorons, on my bookcase for a good while.
Some of the old Legend of Zelda artwork is so cool.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. This is beautiful, IronOhki. It's an awesome job.
No boots, says CJ.
No boots!
Yeah, I like how the skin tone here is rendered. Like, this feels really cool and warm.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Good colour choices. Nice blending. Yeah.
It's really cool to see you breaking it and doing stuff you enjoy, IronOhki.
Yeah. I also I don't often see colour illustrations from you, so it's really, really cool. Nice to see you handling the colour like a pro.
Like a pro.
Like a pro.
I think we're ready to see the next person. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, IronOhki. Great fairies. Looking good. IronOhki says, I don't have time to colour comic pages. I'd never finish them, right? Exactly. Lucky for me, I have someone who colours mine for me.
Who?
Who could it be?
Who that?
Who could it be?
I want to do some more Glim stuff on stream soon. Just saying.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That sounds good to me.
Do some cool concept-y painting and
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Next up is Lovesick.
Lovesick. So some pixel art and an update on my next draw feed video. And then there's a little penguin emoji. Oh. Okay, awesome. The first 3 files are all custom fusions that are going to be officially in Pokemon Infinite Fusions, probably around the middle of next month. Sneak peeks! That's awesome. So File 1 is 3 hydrogen fusions, who is my favourite. The Fortress one is especially dear to me, and the greatest character design I've ever conceived. It's beautiful. So the first one is like a polygon, right?
Yeah, you can see the
the two
here.
you put the two that they're fused with together. That's awesome. I love these. I love these guys so much.
Smashing Pokemon together is super fun.
Yeah. Hydreigon is also like one of my favorites. That's such a cool design. That is wonderful. It's like a dragon tank. It's incredible.
It's cool.
I love that one. That would be a keeper if I fused and that happened.
I like that they get kind of like the kind of back spine, like arm spiny wing things become like a helicopter on this one.
Yeah, they are deadly on land and in sky.
Oh.
Oh, that's great too. Look at that. It's radical.
Yeah, I like how you've mixed the back ones with this kind of ruffle thing from the, I don't know what this is, but you know.
Yeah, whatever that Pokemon is. That Pokemon I've never really caught because I'd be like, nah. If I got this one though, I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Is this thing like a plant one or something?
No, it's like a Hydra.
Oh,
It's
with
got,
the
like,
arms
3
with
heads,
the right,
yeah.
gotcha.
It's like a dragon. I think it's like a dark dragon type or something.
That's cool.
Pursuing says Cradily. Cradily? 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 One of those.
It's Cradily. Gotcha.
That's awesome. I love these. Okay, the next one. File 2 and 3 are fusions reminiscent of some familiar friends on the Drawfee sphere. What? Oh no! Oh no!
What is this?
Todd from Pokemon. Oh no! Have you not seen Todd
No.
from Mario?
What?
This is a Drawfee draw. This is one of the things they've drawn, which is really cursed.
Is this their version of Toad? Todd? What? How did this? Okay, I don't. Okay.
Farty says, look it up right now. Can someone like link a little clip in? Or something. Incredible. Lovesick, thank you, Laura, for everything you do for the human race.
Is that underwear?
It's like a diaper, I think.
I guess it's from this one. That expression is great.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is that from the Drawfee drawing?
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. It hits different here though.
Okay, I think that's it.
IronOhki has
Todd from Mario. Yeah. Okay, I'm clicking it. Oh god, okay.
There they are. Todd from Mario is a fan favourite character by Julia Lepetit, based on Toad from Nintendo's Super Mario series. He's created a something stream after Kieran misread a suggestion asking for Toad from Mario. One of the most mysterious denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, Todd is a possum known for his distinctive Todd hat and diaper. Despite his coy appearance, Todd is kind and quoted to be just working on his social skills.
The page has gone unresponsive.
Todd broke the internet.
All right, I'm gonna do this for a second. Okay. Exit page.
Click the image. I think we got it.
I mean, I would, but it's crashed. Oh god. Oh, it opened.
Oh, it opened.
It opened.
You get a large Todd.
Okay, yeah.
There you go. The shine as well.
Oh, and the buttock.
Is that an Onster down there?
What? Where?
Move your mouse again.
Yeah.
Is that an Onster on the Drawfee wiki?
It looks like it could be.
Yeah. There they are.
Onster.
Onster.
I don't know why. I know why, but I don't know why it's popping up
I don't
underneath.
know why.
I know why, but I don't know why it's popping up underneath Todd.
I think because it just generally shows you like an assortment of other images on the site. Todd has broken the internet again.
Yeah. It doesn't like it. Exit page. F11. Stop it. No, come back.
Come
Respond,
back.
please.
Todd!
We're in the middle of a show, Todd.
I'll send Todd our friends. That's true.
All right, I think I got it.
Okay, rad.
We're back.
Let's see. So, Fusion 3 is also reminiscent of some familiar friends on the Drawfee sphere, so... Oh, it's Ghost Beef!
Fucking... I do not... Okay, apologies to Drawfee, but I don't watch Drawfee all that often, and I didn't realize that you were so hip to the fee the draws.
I'm so hip to the fee, dude. You gotta get on my fee level.
I'm not even close, dude.
Don't even know Ghost Beef.
I don't even know Ghost Beef.
To be fair, I only know Ghost Beef because of Lovesick's videos.
Ah.
I was like, who's Ghost Beef? And then I think Lovesick had like a Ghost Beef compilation or something. So I was like, I'll watch this. Best of Ghost Beef.
I love it.
It's very good. I like that to make Ghost Beef, you did in fact combine a ghost and a beef. It's very good.
India, have you watched the Hunger Games asks Farty Arty?
I have watched the Hunger Games. Yes.
I know of that.
The Drawfee games.
I know vaguely of it. But I didn't
Not surprised by who won at all.
Yeah. Well, there was the one that was done with the actual Drawfee people participating in it, and there's one that Drawfee did where they took all of these guys, I guess, Ghost Beef and Todd and stuff, and made them fight, right?
Yeah.
Onsta slayed in that, quite literally. Yeah, I didn't Onsta
Sure
kill
did.
like 5 people.
Mm-hmm. She's got a body count now.
Shall we watch this video?
Oh yeah. Wait. So files 4 and 5 pertain to my next Drawfee video, which is a sequel to the last one I made. So the next 2 are like files. So it's not a video next. It's more images.
Oh, boom. Oh.
Oh, teasing
Let me
us.
see those thumbnails.
Teasing us.
Ah, this has got drawings on it. Because it's a white canvas. And this is a dark room.
I love the part where they all sat in a dark room together. It was great.
It's cool. I'm always curious about how people organize their layers and stuff in Premiere, because I just do whatever.
Is there any process for organization here? Go on to the next one too, Doig?
This looks like a video.
Oh, is that the video? Okay.
So what's the video of?
So, oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't read far enough ahead. So, files 4 and 5 pertain to my next Drawfee video. File 4 is a blurred screen cap of the video's timeline. It is tremendous. And file 5 is a trailer for that video. Early in developing it, I was unsure if the concept or structure was going to make sense, but it came out absolutely perfect. The asset production took 2 weeks. I had to learn something entirely new to do the concept justice, but the putting together of the video only took 1. Most of it was done in 2 to 3 days. Beyond that, it was just for letting it rest and fine-tuning and spying out missed opportunities. I hope to see some of y'all at the premiere if time zones allow. Thanks for hosting another extremely badass community day, y'all. Aw, you're very welcome.
You're very welcome.
Let's have a look then.
When is this trailer actually isn't posted yet? It's going up in about 12. So is this
it's
we
a
get an
premiere.
exclusive clip?
Yeah.
Wow.
As yet unseen.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, we're honoured. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm ready. You ready?
Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I'm ready.
Why did you give the wolf a praise kink?
Why am I so frightened?
The editing. This is why it's black.
Oh. Holy shit.
What?
Holy shit. Holy shit. It's another Undertale themed one. I'm so excited. Is it Flowey? Is it Final Flowey? That was a Homestuck Megalovania. Is it Megalovania? Is it Megalovania? In case you don't know, Doig, Lovesic's trophy compilations so far have all been, they've all been like Undertale themed.
Right.
Or Deltarune themed as well.
That's really cool.
It's a beautiful day outside, everybody.
Sun is shining.
Birds are singing. Days like today, we should all be excited for Lovesic's new video.
That's super cool. Feel free to link people to where they need to go see more about this and learn more about it.
Heck yeah! Thank you so much for sharing it with us. I'm excited. Farty Arty, enjoy your dog walk.
Do do bam 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 bam. What are we on to next?
What we're gonna do next? Let's see. We're on to Are We There Yet? Are we there yet?
So I think this is them because it's got a different name, but by process of elimination, hopefully this is correct. Thing.
Whoa! This looks amazing. Wow. Okay, let me read. I've been working on a short D&D campaign, 10 to 15 sessions of all warlocks to really experiment with the warlock/patron dynamic. Lots of homebrew stuff with some custom art for it. I commissioned this piece of a villain from Lara Art for my ASMR Echo Knight that serves the King in Yellow, which is an old Eldritch story.
Ooh.
So this is @Lara Art.
Ah, cool.
That's Lara_art. His echo is yellow and reveals his features that are usually obscured by his divine nature. The other piece is for one player who's using a tarot deck for his warlock pact item. Shall we hop on to the next one while we talk about it? Keep going, I think.
I think I've only got 2.
Okay. The other piece is for one player who's using a tarot deck for his warlock pact item, but he wants to be a trading card collector. So I made a rarity system that he'll pull from and take the effects depending on the card rarity. He rolls a 1d10 for rarity, 2 to 6 is common, 7 to 9 is rare, 10 is ultra, and 1 is junk, which are bad effects. I'm excited to play around with it because Warlock is my favourite class. Oh my gosh. Same! I fucking love Warlocks.
What do you love about Warlocks?
The thing I love about Warlocks is that they are the class which gives the DM the most tools to get their hooks into your story and mess with the player.
Yeah, because they're the ones
with
the patron, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they're the ones where you literally, like, your patron is
Your Patreon.
controlled by your DM.
Right.
So it requires collaboration with your DM in a way that the other classes don't. That I think opens a lot of doors for some really cool storytelling.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So I love Warlocks. I think they're wonderful. You know, and they're just a really fun class. You know, they get Eldritch Blast, which is a great spell.
Yeah.
And they refresh their spells on short rests.
Which is amazing.
Which is incredibly useful.
Yeah. I should play one once.
But yeah, there's something very fun about having a magic system where you receiving the magic is dependent upon you appeasing something or someone. And that dynamic being a part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, you can literally lose your magic as a warlock if you piss off the patron, you know?
You don't abide.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do. Like, I love the flavor.
So so this is like interpreting that and doing it in a slightly different way.
Yeah, so let's have a look at this. So, let's see, 12 Justice. Oh, I see. So you've written out each of the tarot cards and what effects they have, depending on whether they are rare or junk or super rare. So for Justice, today when fighting creatures you have witnessed breaking the law recently, your critical hit range increases to 19 to 20. The law in this case would be the law of the land you're currently in, the law of the land you're from, or your own personal law or code of conduct. So junk, nefarious rumours of you spread in the surrounding lands and you may draw unwanted attention. Common, I think, just happens as the description. Rare, gain the benefits of common as well as one use of the hold person spell that does not consume a spell slot. And ultra, gain the benefits of rare as well as roll 1 extra damage die for your attack, and your crit range is 18 to 20.
That's cool. Crit's good.
Yeah, this is really cool. What a cool system. Let's see, the Hangman, you gain no useful benefit from the deck today, but you gain 1 piece of meta knowledge as chosen by the DM. Ooh, that's so fun. See, junk, a party member will get 1 piece of false meta knowledge from their patron.
Ooh.
Or rare, you gain 2 pieces of meta knowledge. Or ultra, you can ask the DM 1 question.
That's cool.
This looks like it'd be really fun to play with.
I like the aspect of Gloomhaven where you like have a deck of moves and stuff.
Yeah.
I love card deck building.
Deck building's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's got a good level of like customization, and also this is what you get. I think Gloomhaven does really well in giving you enough flexibility in the way you use your cards, but also very strict use cases.
It's got like an action economy built into the card decks. But like I'm an indecisive person. So there's something that's really appealing to me about you draw from a deck and then you have to roll with the punches of whatever you've drawn. Because oftentimes in campaigns it's like, oh, it's your turn. What do you want to do? And I'm like,
I could do anything.
I'm a druid. I could fucking do anything. I don't know. Turn into a dog.
Yeah, like you want a smaller choice pool, and Gloomhaven supplies that.
Yeah, but I liked playing with the wild magic thing where it was like I try and do a spell, but who knows what happens, and I'll just cast a spell because I want the wild magic to trigger.
Yeah, I mean that's the problem with wild magic, isn't it? Is that the way that it's written currently in D&D, just to go off on a D&D tangent for a sec, is that wild magic very rarely triggers.
Yeah,
So-
we house ruled it, didn't we?
Yeah, so a very common house rule is to increase the frequency of when it triggers. But even then, like, really what you want is you want it to trigger every time.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fun thing about being a wild magic user.
Yeah, you want dumb shit to happen.
Yeah. Like, you're taking it because you want that to activate, and having it just barely ever activate isn't fun.
Agree.
Yeah. But anywho, this looks super cool. Can we go back to the other piece again?
Yeah. We have 23 submissions left, says
I know.
Martina.
I love it so much though. It's such a cool character concept, such a cool piece.
Yeah, this is great.
Like, I don't know if this is how it's intended to be, but I love the thought of a character who's like super stoic, but then their emotions are kind of shown through this kind of echo
Yeah,
on top of them.
that's a really great concept.
Super cool. Okay, all right, let's go on. Weeb, that looks amazing. Great job, and I hope that your D&D session goes super well because it sounds incredible.
So this is Turnip.
Turnip says, I drew mine and a friend Sonic OCs. Mine is the brown one. She's a rat named Marcy. And my friend is the white one. She's a mouse named Lumi. Cute!
Very cool.
Super cute! Aw, these designs are adorable. The white one, Lumi, kind of looks a bit like a magical girl.
Oh yeah.
It's like a magical girl and a, like, delinquent hanging out. I like that. I like that vibe. Hell yeah.
It's kind of got the SBO like collar buckle things on the left character.
Oh yeah, it kind of does. We were just playing Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog yesterday, so we've got Sonic characters on the brain already. Oh, these look great. I like the designs. They're really cute.
I like the logic of like the earrings where like they're studied like into the top of the ear, but then they hang down as if they were like placed normally, but you can tell that in motion that's going to be pretty like different, you know?
Yeah. I was kind of interpreting it as being pinned at the top and the bottom.
Oh, yeah, that's also rad.
Like a little cuff at the top and then a pin at the bottom.
That's even radder. I like that more.
That's just me. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you very much for sharing your awesome art with us. I hope your friend really liked it as well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, thank you, Turnip. Let's hop on to BenryPaints.
Boom.
Oh, we've got some more awesome D&D figurines. They're not D&D, they're Warhammer.
They're
I know
D&D
the
figurines.
difference. I know the miniatures. I'll just call them miniatures. So let's see. Benry says I've been catching up on painting minis now that the hospital stuff is done. And I know that I don't have heart problems. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Radical. That's
Too-
the best news.
Too good. Yeah.
I finished a commission of an extra large 4 to 5 inch tall Hero Forge mini for a friend, and most of an Among Us Leagues of Votan army from Warhammer 40k. I really push for details of the 2 character models, a Pride themed Carl and a straight ally themed Iron Her Champion, because bigots on social media have really set me off recently. Hell yeah, fight them with art. And I'm really pleased with how they turned out. Let's have a kazoom zoom. You got asthma, no heart issues. That's fantastic, BenryPaints. That's such a wonderful news to hear. Also, these look effing incredible.
These look great.
So cool. Wow, these sculpts are gorgeous too. You did such a good job of bringing them to life. Thank you very much for the follow. Wow. Radical. Look at this dude. They look so cool.
Oh, I love this kind of addition of like red into the skull.
This looks like a Hero Forge to me.
Oh, does it?
Is this a Hero Forge? Let me check. No, maybe not. I don't think they are. The poses to oh, all 3 are Hero Forge. Well, there you are. Wow, Hero Forge, like,
Did they step up their game?
I think they did a little bit. I think they did. The only reason I knew is because I recognized the magic as being one of the things you can put in your character's hands in Hero Forge.
That's neat. That's really cool.
Yes. Benry did say they were Hero Forge. In the description as well.
Oh, the little squirrel.
It is so cute. Oh my gosh, yes. It's interesting to see how the larger ones print as well. Like you can see on the trousers there.
Yeah.
They haven't quite got enough polygons there when it's blown up.
Yeah.
To make it smooth. Like the feet, the shoes are pretty smooth, but the pants aren't. She's very interesting.
I think what's interesting about it is that on a 3D model, like you can probably like smooth the normals and it would look fine, but a physical print can't do that.
Mm.
So it's using just the like the vertex information.
Kieran says, "Big gentle Firbolg." Aww, it is absolutely gorgeous. Gosh, so good at painting these. What the heck? Whoa! Hell yeah! Look at them. They are like Among Us. Mighty sus. I don't know. That's so good. Among Us Leagues of Votan army. Look at them. That's so good. Mogus.
Look, this one's even got the fucking thing inside of it.
That's so cool. Man, you've been busy. How long does it normally take you to paint these? So the 2 character models are Pride-themed Carl. So that must be the one with the rainbow.
Oh, you used bits from a beholder for the imposter heads. So you added these.
You added these.
That's
so
so
cool.
good. That's so good.
What the heck?
Oh, and I guessing you chose to like make them different colors based on the. Okay, this is really funny.
That's so cool.
This is so funny.
It looks great. The The 2 liters, a few hours each. A few hours! You're so fast. I painted a mini for my friend a couple of years back. And it took me like days to do one mini.
Yeah.
And it was tiny.
But then I guess it's a skill that you learn, you practice.
Yeah, I guess you learn techniques, right? And you get better as you go.
The Pride one is in blue. I used the entire rainbow for the color pattern.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, so let's see. Pride themed Carl and a Stray Ally themed Ina Champion. That's wonderful. I love this. Heck yes. Ours is so fast. Yeah, these are wonderful. Great job.
Thank you for sharing them with us.
Thank you so much. Wonderful job. I still can't get over the mod job you did with the aliens bursting out of these suits of armor. That's so cool.
Sus.
Benry says I do commission work, so if anyone needs any minis commissioned and you want some stuff painted, you know who to turn to. You know who's going to do a really good job, a good quality work for you.
And you won't have to wait long.
Yeah, exactly, you won't.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, amazing. All right, let's see. Next up, we've got Tobeesko.
We do.
This is amazing. So, an illustration of me eating lunch at the park when a mysterious woman inquires about my sandwich. Chronoberg's OC Droop. And that's at Starbind_S. What you eating? What you eating there?
Was that the door?
I didn't hear the door.
I think I heard the door.
Oh, okay. Go get it. I'll enjoy looking at Tobeesko's shy expression. What an intimidating aura. I'd be intimidated. Listen, when everyone is taller than you, everyone's intimidating all the time. That's just the way it is. Go get the door. I don't think we're expecting anything, so... Yeah. Oh, I can hear Doig running around. Was it the door?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the door. Wow. I did not hear that even a little bit. Are we expecting something?
I think it's our neighbors.
It's our neighbours.
Yeah.
Don't they have a key?
No, I think it's for our neighbors.
Oh, it's for our neighbours. Our neighbours have gone away and we're picking up their packages for them. So Doig's got to run and get it. That's okay. We can hang out and have a little break. Look at some art. I'd asked Doig to zoom so I could see what kind of sandwich this is, but he's not around, so I'm just going to have to squint. Looks like cheese salad. That's what I'm saying. So that's you taking packages for neighbours. Our neighbour's really nice. We'd happily take his packages. We want to be good, trustworthy neighbours, you know. Do 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 do. And he's back. I can hear him rustling around. Yeah, for when the cats run into flight, we have to try and really make sure the cats don't get out this time because of what happened last time. With them just running into his flat. Like, no! Don't do that.
What's this?
I was just talking about the cats getting out again.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Hello.
Doig!
Hello.
Can you zoom into the sandwich? I want you to see what kind of sandwich. Ah, it's cheese and ham.
It's a BLT.
It's a BLT. It's cheese and ham. I thought it was just cheese salad. This is really cute. Zoom out again. Yeah, the dappled light is so nice. That's too far.
Just kidding.
The dappled light is so nice. I love your expression, Tobeesko. You're like so shy and coy about it. This is really cute.
Yeah, it's very cool.
I hope that Starbind liked it too. Also, nice challenging yourself with the perspective here, doing like a top down.
Yeah.
That's pretty tricky. I say as someone who's like, I avoid this perspective.
But it's great for
Because it's
establishing
hard.
shots.
It is. It's good. It's good. It's just hard to draw. Would like to eat a sandwich now. Yeah, don't. I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast.
Ah, me too.
Yeah, great job, Tobeesko. Thank you so much for submitting to Community Day.
Yo, thank you.
Heck yeah. So then we have ShadowZiggy, who has sent us some more Pokemon Fusion illustrations.
Ah, boom.
Let's check them out. Whoa!
Whoa!
Speaking about doing top-down perspectives,
Is this being... No, I guess the piece is cropped itself. Okay, cool.
super cool. Oh my gosh. So that is Mawile and Beedrill together.
Ah, okay.
Super cool.
I
Something like...
recognize the Beedrill head here.
There's something about the way that you shade and use lighting that makes it feel somehow like hyper-real. There's like a hyper-realistic leaning, I think, in the way that the light is handled.
I think
I really enjoy.
it's also like feels less saturated than the sprite, so it feels like it's pulling more kind of well, I think the lighting as well is contributing to it. Like it feels like there's a really intense light on them, so it's washing out the color a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second one is Regigigas and Kinklang.
Whoa!
Oh, I love the atmospheric depth on that.
Look
It makes
at this.
it feel so big.
Oof.
Yeah. That's right. It looks like it's just rolling around the side of the mountain and we're just watching it like, oh shit.
Not gonna lie, when I saw the tiny thumbnail for this and I saw the kind of landscape, I was like, is this gonna be like a Tears of the Kingdom?
Is this a
Like
Zelda
spoiler?
spoiler?
Yeah. I got worried, but then I read the description. I'm like, okay, we're good.
Be not afraid? Biblically accurate Pokemon.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
Renee
the
says
composition on this.
Rede says if this was on a Pokemon trading card art, I'd reopen my addiction. I could see this being on a Pokemon card. This is super cool. I love it. Again, like, there's something almost photoreal about the way that you're handling your values here with the dark foreground.
The cloud shadows are really good. And
Yeah.
like having that kind of blue here in the shadow is real nice, getting contrast here.
You've got a really good sense of values, I think, and the way that lighting works. It's super awesome. Wow.
The fusion was made in 3D first. Oh, cool.
Interesting. So did you paint over it or did you kind of render it out?
That's interesting.
IronOhki says, remember that scene from that movie where the Torterras were actual mountains? It always disappoints me when I see this Pokemon size in the anime and then it gets compared to the games. Because I feel like in the anime they go way bigger and weirder with the Pokemon sizes. Like they have them either like a lot smaller than you think or a lot bigger than you think.
Charizard freaked me out when I saw them in the movie. I was like, they're too small.
Yeah, I don't mean the live action movie.
Oh, okay.
I mean the animated movies. Because it feels like Charizard's the right size in those.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like it feels like the sizing in the series is really good and in the animated movies. But
in the
but when-
Pokedex, they're weird.
But in the Pokedex, they're like, for some reason, Torterras are really small. And it's like, but you've seen them in the anime be like mountains.
Yeah.
And that's so cool. Why can't we have that?
Yeah.
Poke says Charizard is like 5 foot in the games. It's so weird.
He should be like 8 feet or whatever. But it's weird because like in Pokemon Smash, Charizard's pretty massive. Unless it counts 5 feet as him leaning forward.
I don't know. I think its size really varies depending on where they appear. Like in the games and in the live action movie, Charizard's real small.
Yeah.
But in the anime, Charizard's pretty big, and in Smash they're also pretty big. Yeah, it should be big enough to ride on the back easily, right? They're a
Yeah.
dragon.
They're dwarf dragon.
They're a dragon. Like, Dragonite, when it first appeared in the series, was bigger than a lighthouse. And then you see it in the games and it's like 6 feet tall. And you're like, oh.
Oh yeah. I think they had more fun in the anime with them.
Anyway, this is gorgeous. Awesome work. I'd love to see this on a card or something.
Yeah,
They should get you to do some card art for them.
definitely.
And then next up we got Greyson. So Greyson says, I'm a multimedia artist between digital, acrylic paint, oil pastel and watercolour pencil. This acrylic piece is a work in progress. I intend on adding the last lines of Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass, Song of Myself poem to it. One day I'll finish it. It's amazing. Wow. Look at that. Can we zoom?
We can zoom.
Always love seeing people do things in traditional media. Like, working with real paints and pencils is so fun. Digital is like, it's great and convenient and you do get a ton of tools which are really awesome to use. But there's nothing that quite beats the feeling of painting with real media. Stoked!
I noticed a couple of these. There's also...
Jumping spider! Maybe these are things which will be in the piece.
Yeah, maybe.
It's great. I love the skeleton. Yeah, this is a great piece. It's gonna be so good. You can't hurry up. When it's done, I'm sure it'll be like incredible. I can't wait to see you add the little lines of poem as well. Why are you thinking to add them? You can't hurry up, no, you'll just have to wait. 'Cause art don't come easy. It's a game of give and take.
Oh, Dreadbard. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Dreadbard says those little things are side notes to help me remember. And you're going to add the poem in the dark green spaces. It's going to be so good. Oh.
Oh, so like here and here.
I hope you submit to next Community Day too so we can see the progress on it.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
This is really gorgeous. Man, it makes me miss painting. It makes me want to paint.
You want to paint?
Yeah.
You were talking about going to the art store.
I was. I should go and get myself some gouache.
Yeah, we could go grab lunch and then...
Oh man, I'm so hungry.
Lunch, food.
It's only 10:30 a.m. It's because I haven't had any breakfast.
Would you guys want to see Swifty do like a traditional painting stream?
Would you guys want to see me eat lunch?
Mukbang.
Also, yes, you would. I'm thinking of setting up a little traditional art desk in the bedroom.
Oh yeah. If we
So
could
maybe
figure
we
out a
could-
way of like doing like camera over wireless, we could do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't know how to do the mic though.
We could definitely use the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could just get a really long one of these cables.
No, I don't want cable going from one room to the other room.
Okay, fine, whatever.
We could just do that thing we did when we were developing Spell That.
Yeah.
Where you can just install a program onto your phone which auto is picked up by the stream.
Oh, and you'll be in the other room painting and your voice will carry?
Oh yeah, I hadn't thought about my voice.
Well, I was talking about making the microphone cable real long.
I see.
You could set up an art space in here though.
Let's see.
Anyway,
Dreadbard has something to say. Dreadbard says it's kind of a long and too much information story, but I'm dealing with chemotherapy for cervical cancer and the piece kind of ties into the green death I want. I really want to have my body turned into compost, but it's not legal in my state yet. Don't worry, I'm not actively dying. I'm merely talking about the future when it happens.
Gotcha.
That's really touching and beautiful. Yeah, I think my family have the same feeling that we want to be in biodegradable coffin so we can like feed the earth again when we go back to it. Because I think that's a really beautiful sentiment. Is, allowing yourself to become food for the plants and for the life of the insects, and in that way to kind of continue living through the cycles of life and existence and stuff. I think that's really, really nice.
IronOhki, I think I'm similar to you. I was just thinking about like, what if you were buried with like a tree seed or something? Like, I will become tree.
Yeah, like I think that's really beautiful too. It's like feeding something else, so that even though, you know, your one life has ended, you're helping other things to grow and live and thrive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope you're doing okay, Dreadbard. That's really touching and beautiful. I'm glad that painting this is helping you to get through it. Like, you got this.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you very much for sharing your art and your story with us. Yeah,
Right.
CJ says we have peace forests here. I would want that for me. I think that's gorgeous. It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You ready
Okay,
for?
let's see. Yeah, I'll hop onto the next one. I was just taking a moment because,
Yeah.
you know.
I get you.
Yeah. I want to slowly switch gears and not give myself whiplash too much.
Yeah, you don't want to go immediately into reverse.
Dreadbard says, thank you for having me and sharing my art with everyone on your stream. Of course. Thank you so much for submitting.
I look forward to seeing the stilt and jumping spider.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's going to be beautiful, this piece, when it's done. It's beautiful right now, but I'm really excited to see where it goes as well. Yee! Okay, let's see. So on to the Doopus. Let's see, Doig and Swift. I recently finished a painting of the lighthouse. I'm going to make in Blender because you've inspired me with a desire to make a VPO over the next year and a bit.
Oh,
heck yeah.
This is beautiful.
That way I can do my art lessons on Twitch from inside the lighthouse. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so good. You're going to be inside a lighthouse. I'm pretty proud of the piece and happy with the vibes that I managed to capture with it. Watch this space and fingers crossed my PC doesn't blow up when I start modelling things. Thanks a ton for all you both do. You're so welcome. This is beautiful.
I love this.
The vibes are so warm and cozy. I love the feeling of the rainbow you've got across the entire piece. Like, it's not just the kind of sunsetty ocean that feels rainbow-like. There's this kind of warmth and colour carried through the entire thing.
Yeah.
This looks gorgeous. Man, this is going to be such a cozy place to be on Twitch. If you can pull this off in 3D. It's going to be so gorgeous and cozy.
I think if you can like scan watercolor textures and then apply those to the 3D models, I think that would look really, really cool.
Yeah, agreed. So you're going to be like pottering around inside your little lighthouse. So you're going to come outside onto this little outcropping here and paint with the ocean behind you.
Go dog, make it in Unity, start now. I'm making my own.
There's something so Ghibli about that. Like, Doug and I recently watched When Marnie Was There.
Yeah.
And there's a character in that who paints on like this hill every day. And it reminds me of the vibes of that. Like you standing out there on the precipice, just painting with the ocean behind you.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah. Let's see, Doopus says I'm a little behind because I'm on phone, but yeah, I'm so proud of this. You should be. You should be. This is great. Yeah, Dreadbard says seeing watercolor in 3D always blows my mind. Yeah. I think Dog's right. If you could get this kind of texture into the 3D model.
Yeah, it's going to look really cool.
Doopus says I based it on the lighthouse that's tied into my childhood and life called Smeaton's Tower. That's awesome.
Oh, that's really nice.
I can't wait to see this come to life in 3D. I want to explore this lighthouse with you.
The mixture of the green and the white together is really pleasant and appealing.
Agreed. It's like a mint helter-skelter.
Yeah. So do you think you will, in your Vipo, do you think you'll wander around outside, or it'll be kind of like, here's the setting and then most of the environment will be inside, or?
Oh, Doopus, what kind of animata do you think you're going to have?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to live in this lighthouse?
What's your character like?
Sorry, I'm drinking tea. IronOhki says, my brain is thinking about watercoloring a texture and applying it to unwrapped UVs. It takes some brain, but you could totally do it. You could.
You could do a bunch of like projection UV mapping as well, where you just kind of paint what you want the scene to be and then applying it to like cards, like 2D planes.
Yeah, I have a puffed up mouth and drinking tea, yeah. For some reason, the face tracking is like, what are you doing? I don't understand. I'm just going to push your cheeks up.
Yeah, it's like it incorporates the volume of the mug into your face. You just need to, you're just filling up your beak with water.
Yeah. Oh, should we hop on to the next one? Doopus, let us know about your animata when your phone catches up. But yeah, gorgeous piece.
Absolutely stunning.
All right, let's see. So next up we have PlanetKhaos.
I remember these ones.
PlanetKhaos. Oh yeah, I remember these ones too. The rabbit characters.
Yeah.
Did some poses of the previous character designs in motion, as well as some newer designs. Let's have a look. Let's do some zooms. Yeah, it's really cool to see you getting used to drawing them in different poses.
It's cool. Showing the reference.
Yeah. Like, drawing your characters in action poses always really helps to solidify the designs and make sure you can pose them the way you're going to need to.
I feel like you gave that advice last time. Is that something that you've taken on board, PlanetKhaos?
I think that was something they might have already been doing, but if it's anything to do with my advice, I'm very honoured. But yeah, it really, like, forces you to problem solve with your character designs. Dreadbot says, ooh, the fluidity, the motion, the direction. Yeah, these look great. It's very cool to see, like, you getting that all that motion movement into them.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find them to move around like this? Was it easy or was it harder than you'd imagined? This is difficult. Cute. I like these little notes as well. You trying to figure out the formula to draw the face is really cool. Like figuring out, okay, if I draw a circle first and then I have these markings, this is how I would turn the head. Longer than his dad's still expressive. Arthur Bloom. These are cute. It's so tricky, right? It really
Shorthand.
it really makes you appreciate when these companies like DreamWorks and Disney, back when they were doing 2D animation, and they would have very sculptural designs, and then they would have artists come in and make 3D models of them.
Yeah.
It really makes you appreciate like how they translated those 2D designs into 3D and had them turn round, because getting a character design to look good from all angles and make sense is so hard.
Did you ever... I think we went to one together, but the Pixar usually do like exhibitions in museums and stuff, and they'll show you the like clay sculpts of their characters. It's really interesting to see.
Oh, and Doopus says they're making a scrunkly version of their avatar. Oh, that's going to be so good. I love your emotes so much, Doopus. It's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm really excited to follow the progress on this. Beazelbolt says, could you do me last? I had to go to a meeting. Yeah, we sure can. No problem. So here's Boston and Mirabelle's son, says PlanetKhaos. I was told to draw a simple expression first to know what the features were going to be doing. For some reason I'm having trouble keeping certain things consistent. Don't worry, that's just the way it is when you first design a character. Like, when I first designed Jove from Girl in the Glim, I had such a bad time keeping him consistent. And the more I drew him, the more I kept him consistent, but also the more he changed. And now I'm really happy with where he settled.
Yeah.
But it took a long time to get there, a lot of drawing him.
I was doing some colors for an issue of a comic, and I've been provided reference of the character, like where to place the colors for like their outfit, and the two drawings contradicted one another that were on the reference, and then on the page it was different again. Just just slightly and subtly, but like.
But like you were like, which is the one I take?
So
which is real?
I was like, I don't think it much matters.
Yeah.
As long as you can tell it's that character, which you could, is a thing. But like, there was one picture where the character had like a certain length of clothing, and another one different length of clothing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, PlanetKhaos says I hate that swimming picture. Don't worry, you did well. I can see why it was difficult though, like the shape of the legs. Trying to get the feet to look like they're swimming as well. Like, looks really hard. Yeah, it looks tough. Those like long, I don't know what you'd call them, like foot/ankle area.
Yeah.
Like keeping that bit long and graphic. It's like, it's difficult when you're trying to do very human-like poses with them, right? Because they're so unlike the way that human legs work. But you're trying to get them into like human-like poses, which is really tough.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, like this one, it feels like they're maybe doing like a cannonball.
Yeah.
But it feels like they would maybe.
But those legs are drawn more human, right?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, would they like tuck their feet up this way if they were going to cannonball? You know what I mean? Because this is all foot and then this is toes, right?
Kind of, yeah.
So they probably bend this up and maybe hold the back of their feet.
You're saying
here.
At the minute they're kind of drawing the poses, handling the toes as the feet.
Yeah.
In most scenarios. But the entire lower half would be a foot.
Yeah, so they would probably tuck that up, I think.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If you scooped a cat, you would hold them underneath the
little
foot
feet.
part. Yeah.
The little feet and their beans will be pointed up.
Yeah. That might make it feel a little less awkward.
Yeah, maybe thinking of it like that will help break through something mentally. But yeah, obviously, like, you still want to keep that graphic quality as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think these are wonderful. Yeah. It's really cool to see you exploring. Like, it's really important to get this kind of stuff down and out when you're designing a character. Like, it's impossible to design a character without going through these kind of growing pains. I'm sensing some kind of villain arc happening. This guy looks a little worse for wear. Boston Bloom. Here he is. Ooh. He's so muscly, he could punch me through a wall. Oh, look at his nails. Nasty.
So here's Boston 20 years later.
Oh, it's scary.
So
I'm scared.
Do we see Boston?
Yeah, we do. Boston's the dad.
Oh, okay.
So that's him.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, I get you.
Handsome lad. And then he turns into scary lad.
Gotcha.
He looks pretty angry. The drawings are so evocative though.
Yes. Yeah, they definitely are.
Like the body language and the expressions, everything you're going for. Really cool.
Yeah, this one especially.
Yeah. Jeez, now I want to know what happened to him.
You see, this
you can't just give me the seeds of stories like this and then not tell me what's happening. You guys with all your cool ideas. I can't wait to see you guys make these ideas into stories and stuff. The world needs more stories. And you guys are the next storytellers.
Yeah. And you guys have got the next stories.
Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to read them. Read them or watch them.
Thank you so much for sharing. Community Day.
Yeah, thank you. These are wonderful. Great explorations. Okay, let's see. So moving on from this, we have Snow Twig next. Snowtwig says, finished Lady V designed Pokemon models with a bit of animation and evolution effect. So I think we're on the next one. So I'll read out that one.
Okay, go for it.
Next one is the colour study I did this month. I really enjoyed this one. I wasn't sure how to go about painting the environment. My environments tend to look blocky, and I struggled painting in all the small details spread over such a big canvas. I think painting the character turned out better, and I found it more fun. Though maybe I shouldn't have done a study with both an environment and a character, because it takes longer.
Doing with both is good. Like, I think with a study of a film still, you kind of learn composition with the character in there and how they use the environment to frame them, and like you can learn a lot about storytelling by doing a film still study. So you can see how they're like using this kind of arc up here to kind of frame the character. And you got the negative space of the sky between the two mountains for the frame, but you got like this upshot, so it's showing you like kind of where the character's coming from, and then she's looking to where she's going to. I'd say in the reference itself, like there's a lot less contrast in things that are farther away. So while you might want to like try and get that in, when you actually like take a step back, there's a lot less difference between the light and darks on the background here than you have. So I think if you're feeling like your background's a little bit too blocky, it's most likely the level of contrast and detail that you're trying to put in. And a good way to do that is just kind of like overlaying kind of, you got your default, you got your kind of overall majority color, put a layer on top. When you've painted the background, put a layer on top and then just lower the opacity down until it kind of feels right. And that's the way that I usually go about it, is that like I might paint in the details that I see, but in order to push it back, I just add that mid-tone and then just make sure that you've not kind of shifted the kind of overall value either way. Because I think when I compare these two and I kind of like squint my eyes, the contrast in the background is the only thing that's really like paying out to me, is that's messing with the balance. But yeah, in terms of getting the character in here though, Swifty, like this is a great study of that character. What do you think?
Yeah, I was gonna just there's a little bit extra at the end as well. Interesting thing I found out during the study was how the lighting on Tigress changes hue depending on the color of her fur, like the white having a more bluey light and orange a more greener light.
I think it's because it's applying kind of like this blue light to her local colors, and if you push yellow and blue together, you're going to get more of a green feeling. But I think overall it's kind of a cold blue light, and then so if you add blue to white, you're going to get that kind of bluishness.
Yeah, it's a great study though. I like it. I agree with everything you said, Doig. Light
works additively when you apply it to things. So like if you if you had like a yellow light on like I guess a red, it'll look orange and all that stuff. I'm not gonna get into it now, but
yeah, this is great, Snow. Awesome work. Shall we move on to Snow's next one, which is I think Lady V's Pokemon evolutions.
Let me see if I might have muddled it up.
Okay.
Yeah, let me do a quick see if I put Snow Twigs with Lady V's by accident because it's called Lady Vignette.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Starspike says, but why is the light on the arm blue when arm is orange? I'm not sure. Like, I think it's also to do with the intensity of the light. Like, I think depending on where the light source is coming from.
Yeah, I totes did.
It's going to be more intense in certain parts and then more diffused and spread out in other parts. And on the parts where it's more diffused and spread out, that's when more colours will be able to bleed into it. But I'm not sure where the source is, so I'm not exactly sure why it would be stronger on the arm than the top of the head.
Let me have a look. You okay?
Yeah, I was just doing that for fun. It's been ages since I've seen it. So I just wanted to puff my cheeks up. Bees!
What was the question?
So if you zoom out a little bit, the light on the top of the head has more of that kind of greenish look to it, right? Because it's orange fur. Yeah?
Up here, yeah.
And it's mixing with the blue light.
Yeah.
However, the arm is also orange fur, mixing with blue light, and yet the light on that is completely blue. So
Right.
people are wondering why only on the top of the head and not on also the arm.
Okay.
And I said it was probably something to do with the light diffusing more up there, and so the other colour bleeding into it more.
Yeah. I think partially it's also, if we consider the light source being likely the moon in this. So we've got the moon up here.
Yeah.
On the character here, there's rim light occurring where you have that strong light of the moon kind of casting onto the back of the character. So the character's more backlit than anything else here. But this is like cinema lighting. This is stage lighting. This is kind of 3-point lighting, exaggerated for visual effect. So I think we're seeing for one, the head is closer to the light source, and also the head isn't being obscured by like this arm. Oh well, the cast shadow is here from the moon, but like we're getting that sense of progression closer up to here, because really what the filmmakers want you to do is they want you to focus on the head, the expression. So a lot of the higher contrast stuff is around the head area, and then they're letting this arm fall away, and it's not getting as much of that rim light. Whereas this, what?
We're asking more about the colour.
Color.
Yeah, why the rim light there is blue, but it's more like greenish and yellow on top of the head.
Oh, I think that's because it's interacting with orange fur here, and it's interacting with like.
But it's interacting with orange fur on the arm too.
Like here. Good question.
The way that I see it right now is I think they have two lights going on in this scene. I
Right.
think they have a soft, more yellow light coming from above, top left. And that's interacting more with the top of her head
Right.
and the top of her left arm
Yeah.
and the back of her right arm. And then they have a more intense blue backlight coming from lower right. So
Yes.
that's catching under the jaw and the neck.
And also catching here as well.
So I think it's two different light sources.
I think you're right.
Going on.
Yeah.
And that's why the bottom right arm is like super intensely blue, and so's under the jaw there. Whereas the light coming from above is more of like a soft yellow. It's because I think that's a different light source that they've put in to pick her out against the background.
Yeah. And then you got a third light, which is kind of a fill light from kind of front.
Yeah, from the
arm.
front. Just a very soft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Often kind of you can say that's like a bounce light or something, a bounce or a fill light.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what they're doing, is they're using an extra blue light to pick her out by rim lighting her.
Yeah. So 1 light, 2 light, 3 light. There's a really good artist. What's his name? I think it's Sam Nielsen. And they approach 2D painting as if they're a 3D computer software rendering something. So they'll work in layers where they're like, this is this light, and I'll apply it on one layer, and he kind of steps through it that way. I would look at his work.
Cool.
Pikachu, hello.
Hello.
I heard earlier that you had submitted something, but it might not have made it to the forum. The link for the forum is still open. If you want to send in what you want to show us.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending it in again, we're really sorry. A couple of them just got lost for some reason, and we think yours is one of them.
Yeah,
16 submissions left, split stream in 2. We might have to.
Yeah.
just because otherwise I think we're going to be another couple of hours
Yeah.
here. So 16 submissions left. You want to do another couple?
Okay. And then we'll do more tomorrow.
Yeah, and then we'll do the rest tomorrow, if that's okay with everyone. We're sorry, we don't like splitting them over 2 days, but also we don't want to rush through people's.
Yeah. Okay, I'm cool with that.
Community Day 2, unprecedented. It happens more frequently than you might think.
This is wrong. Give me a sec.
Okay.
There we are.
Here we are. So this is Lady Vignette's Pokemon Evolutions as designed by Snowtwig. Oh, it's so cute.
Aw.
I love this Pokemon. It reminds me of the mobs from Fantasia. Eee, look at this. I didn't expect it to move and be animated.
Yeah, this
the
is
heck?
amazing.
This is so cute. Here we go. Final evolution. Yeah. Damn, they're cool. They're like a night stingray. Lady Vignette says Snow did such a good job. It's so cool.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Jack Wolf says, is this a made-up Pokemon? It sure is. This is made up by Snowtwig based on Lady Vignette. Lady Vignette streams and Lady Vignette's model. Super cool. I'd have this Pokemon on my team for sure. And this is all in 3D, right? They've been modeled in 3D.
Yeah, is it Lady Vignette's concept and then it's Snowtwig's model?
Oh yeah, sorry, I've got that wrong.
Yeah,
Lady
yeah.
Vignette did the concept and then Snowtwig modeled it. So I'm sorry, I got that completely mixed up and backwards. So Lady Vignette is the designer and then Snowtwig translated them into 3D.
Mm-hmm. Super cool.
Yeah! Beelzebolt, you're back from your meeting. Did you miss yours? You didn't. However, we'll probably be doing it tomorrow if you haven't seen it yet, because we've made the call to split submissions so that we're going to look at the rest tomorrow, because we've still got 16 to get through, which means we've got through 8?
10.
10?
Ish. Yeah, 10.
So we might need to get through like 2 more or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. So I think this is Leaf Person.
Okay, let me I need to scroll down just a little bit. So next next up is Kieran.
Kieran.
That's what it says. It says Snowtwig, then Kieran's next. Should I look for someone else on the list?
Give me a sec then.
Okay.
It was going so well.
It was going so well. It was so seamless. Everything was in just the right order. I can always just hop down to a different name if you want, Doig.
Where in the list is Leaf People
Leaf
meant to
let me have a
be?
look. Leaf People is number 21 on the cells.
Who are they before and who are they after?
They're after Artifarty and before Beelzebolt.
Okay. Got it. Sorry, Leaf People. Alrighty.
What?
Um.
Okay, so do we have Kieran up next?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll read out what Kieran says as you sort it out. So Kieran says Operation Obtain Quasso continues. Am I saying that right? Quasso?
I don't know.
Am I being a dumb? Is Quasso right? You can't just repeat it in chat. You have to tell me if the pronunciation is correct. Oh, like a croissant. I see. Oui. Operation Obtain Croissant continues. Schneebear is pretty much done. The last thing to do is to get up and running in VR chat. But after multiple failed attempts of getting Unity to play nice, I'm like, heck, that'll do for now. Whoa!
Wow.
Look, it's a Schnoo bear.
It's a snoo.
I like the pose. He's like, all this power. What do I do with all this power?
What do I do with all this power?
That's such a cool model.
I imagine in scale wise, I'm about this tall.
Wait, show us.
Wait, yeah.
You can draw. Show us.
I don't need to draw. This is me.
This is how big Doig thinks he is compared to humans.
Yeah. Wow, Snoo's bigger than a human. Let me see. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, to scale.
Now it looks like it's a portrait of both of you, and Schnoo's looking down at you. Look up at Schnoo, please. That's too far. There you go. There's Doig and Schnoo just hanging out.
What do we do with all this power?
What do we do with all this power? Let's see. I'm having a wee break from 3D because I have a bad habit of getting tunnel vision, and I've been neglecting the house due to focusing on getting this done. But I'll be switching gears to picking up 2D some more. In the past weeks, I've explored drafting my own emotes and also redesigning my bird animator with redlining help from Lady Vignette. Also, Solmic Wet. See y'all next month. That's awesome.
Oh, what's gonna be in here? What are you talking about, Swomic? No, okay.
Swarmic.
What's the next? Let's see.
Oh my gosh, these are great. These are great. I love the teapot one. I laugh because you laugh like a kettle. I get it. So you're giving yourself a kettle head for the laugh. That's so
Very
good.
good. I think the top one is like a sleepy one. Yeah. There you
Oh,
are.
these are cute. Oh, wonderful. Heck yeah, the power of Kieran and Lady Vignette combined. They're going to be so good.
This reminds me of that Chow cupcake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If people don't know what that is, there's probably a clip of it from yesterday.
Oh, I mean.
You just have it still up. What? Doig?
Nothing.
Why was there a skeleton up there?
I don't know. It's coming for you.
No!
I think it's a cat skeleton from the Saturday morning challenge.
I love what the face tracking does with my face when I do this.
Ding.
Singing the song of my people.
Next.
Whoa! A little redesign. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Kieran.
Yeah.
So cute. I love the little braces.
You love suspenders.
I love them. I love them. I have so many of them. I need to wear them again. It's suspender season, baby.
Oh, is this the bird you're based on?
There it is. Look at it, little round. Little round.
Look at the little mohawk.
Little ball bird. Oh, that's really cute.
What kind of bird is that? Is it a great tit?
And then that's Mr. Toad, right? That's the English tale of Mr. Toad. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I want to know what the bird is.
What kind of bird are you, Kieran? I'm a Swift. What kind of bird are you? What kind of bird?
It's a gold crest. One of your favorite birds. Nice.
It's a good bird.
I mean, I can see why it's called a gold crest.
I can't.
No? Oh, well. Are you going more round? Have you borbed more?
Yeah, you've become more of a bulb.
Great.
This is very cute.
Animata 2.0.
Yeah. All right. Great job, Kieran. And also great job on Shnu as well. I'm sorry that Unity wouldn't play ball with you trying to get into VR chat. It's a finicky program.
And now time to recoil.
Ah! No! Ah! No. Oh no. The teeth.
You gave them teeth.
The teeth. It's terrible.
You did
Oh.
this. You did this, Swifty.
No, I didn't. This is Kieran. The long nose too is so long. That's so terrifying. I hate it. I hate it here. Oh, it's such a long worm as well. You made them so long.
Isn't that how long Sonic Worm is meant to be?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He can be as long as you want him to be, I guess. Why would you make them, Jim? Not even yet. I didn't. It wasn't me. Mother, don't you love me? No. No.
Can someone screen cap this?
No.
And you look annoyed. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that's going on Twitter.
Your imagination is cursed as all. I blame Drawfee. This is Drawfee's fault. It all comes back to Drawfee in the end.
It
I will
does.
take no responsibility.
Even Jacob was like, it was like, oh, you didn't stop this from happening, and then it got turned on him. It was like, hey, you were there in the inception and the conception at the same time. I wasn't there. I was away.
You didn't stop it from happening.
I
You
couldn't.
share responsibility with Drawfee, and I have none.
You have you are the
I have none.
source.
Nope.
If there was
No.
like a legendary fountain of youth that this thing crawled out of,
Nope.
it would be your brain.
No.
Yeah, you. Someone said draw your Blorbo as a worm, and
See? It's not my fault.
you
That
chose.
is my Blorbo.
Yeah,
I
it's,
couldn't help it.
imagine
it
what
was all
other kind of
involved.
worms it could have been.
Everyone draw their Blorbos as a worm, please. I want to see Worm cure you. The widest worm.
Are we going to end Community Day on this worm?
Oh my gosh, are we? I don't know. How many do we have left? We have 15 left.
We have 15 left.
And we've got through 14, is that correct?
Yeah.
So that's pretty half and half. I think we could leave it.
You want to end it on this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We'll leave it before Kurzak, and Kurzak will be the first up tomorrow.
Oh, that's good, because
Wish
Kurzak said that they couldn't be here.
I'm
except
sure.
I saw them in chat.
I'm sure they won't be stressed about that at all.
That they're the first up.
Risen Demon says, what is Blorbo? Blorbo is like your special little guy, your favourite character. The one that makes you happy.
Why would we open with Kurzak? Because Kurzak is amazing.
Because Kurzak is amazing.
Martina's like rushing ahead.
Me
like-
first, me first.
It's like, I'm in Kurzak's time zone. Me first.
We could do Martina first and then Kurzak. That's fine.
Hatred? What's going on?
Martina's not in the list next to Kurzak though. Is that a mistake?
That is because Martinez didn't submit properly, and so Martinez.
Oh, well, that's good then. If
I
we
can
split it-
reorder.
Yeah, if we split it, then we have more time also to reorder and make
Yeah.
sure that Martinez is in there. All right.
You guys have become too big of a community, and
Yeah.
you've overwhelmed us.
You have. You've overwhelmed us with your creativity.
Wi-
It's a good problem to have, though.
So we need to figure out something.
At some point. Hey, we've got till next month to figure it out. We'll be fine.
What if we edited Community Day into a video?
Then what?
Just watch
That's
it.
just more work.
Just watch it.
Oh, what you mean? Put all submissions together into a video?
Yeah.
We'd still have to pause it to talk about them. It would make it no faster.
No. I'll add music. It'll be great.
No.
Ah.
All right. Well, we're gonna raid somebody. Are we gonna raid Clyde? Who are we gonna raid?
Let's raid Shadow Legends.
No. Never.
Set a timer. Ah, but the timer, people submit different lengths of things.
No, look at the door.
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna let the cat in.
There's just a paw that's under the door. It's just reaching.
Are you stuck?
I don't think they're stuck. They're just trying to open the door by getting their paws underneath the door and prying it open. Hello? Hello? Hey, Kuma. Hey, little man. Alright, I guess we'll raid Clyde then. Since Doig has given me no other alternative.
Look at this. No hands.
So let me do /raid. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us during community day. It's been awesome so far. I'm excited to see some more tomorrow. So I don't know how to do credits. So I've set the I've set the raid going.
I'm back. You do credits by having the button on your thing that says credits.
Do I have that?
I don't know.
No, I don't. So I don't have access to it. Yeah! Woo! Look at this worm. Look at this worm.
Community Day is so large, we had to two-parter it with Kill Build Community Day.
Yeah. I kind of feel like we should move the credits over to the left a little bit more. Feels like they're weirdly bunched up in the middle.
Okay. I kind of want to change the credit look and feel anyway, which will also mean changing the snapshot.
Edit everywhere. What is that profile picture? What happened?
Isn't it like Hellraiser's version of the Muppet?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the raid's gonna go.
Oh,
Bye,
it's
everybody.
gone. We'll see you, Bod Squad. We'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.